Well, hi everyone. Welcome to today's free training. I hope you're having a good day so far. We're going to dive right in and get started because I have a lot that I want to chat with you about today. Today, we're going to be talking about how to make your first or next sale on Instagram with the followers you already have. This is a topic that I love, that I am passionate about, so I'm excited to chat with you all. But before we get started, just a few little housekeeping things. First of all, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know where you're tuning in from if you're here with me live, or if you're part of our replay crew, go ahead and let me know you're part of that replay crew. Just go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments below. But I'd love to hear from you as I am teaching today. So if you're with me live, hang out, engage, have a conversation. We have giveaways happening all day during today's free training. And if you're part of the replay, make sure you're hanging out in the comments as well and sharing your big takeaways and ahas throughout today's free training. If I haven't had the chance to meet you yet, my name is Tyler J. McCall. I help people use Instagram to grow their online businesses. And since 2015, I've been helping business owners and entrepreneurs use Instagram to generate more leads, inquiries, and sales for their businesses. And I've been doing that since 2017 through the Follower to Fan Society. I want to do a quick little plug for Follower to Fan and tell you a little bit about the society. The main reason I want to do that is because we are actually getting ready to close the doors to the society forever. So if you haven't heard of this society before, let me tell you what it is. If you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you are a member of the society, if you're a part of our community. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So the Follower to Fan Society is an online marketing training community where we teach all things Instagram marketing strategy. Our goal inside of the society is to help you create a custom Instagram marketing strategy that works for your online business. And we teach you how to position, brand, and market yourself using Instagram so you can start making more money, you can generate more sales, more leads, and more inquiries for your online business. Inside of the society, we give you access to an entire training program that we call the Framework. You have access to a community that includes access to coaches and support, all available for you on Facebook. So we're there to cheer you on, answer your questions, support you. You get access to calls with me a couple times a month where I answer your questions and support you with your Instagram marketing strategy. We give you monthly content guides to help you plan your post on Instagram and so much more. So the reason I wanted to tell you about that is because the doors to the Follower to Fan Society are open right now, but this is your last chance to join us. We're closing the doors to the Follower to Fan Society on March 31st forever. So that's next Wednesday. The doors to the society are closing and they're never going to reopen. So if you've been thinking about joining us in the society, if you've been interested in enrolling, this is your last chance. You'll never have another opportunity to join us in the Follower to Fan Society. So you can go to followertofansociety.com/last chance right now to learn more about the society and to enroll before the doors close for the very last time on March 31st. So I hope to see you inside the Follower to Fan Society. We'd love to support you with your Instagram marketing strategy. So with all that, let's dive into today's topic. Today we're going to be talking about how to generate more leads, how to make more your first or next sale on Instagram with the followers you already have. I'm going to be walking you through the importance of a clearly outlined sales process for your business. We'll be talking about what types of promos work best for social media, and I'm going to share a simple and easy to implement two-part system that you can start using as soon as this week to make more sales on your Instagram account. So, let's dive in. The first thing I want to let you know is we are doing some fun giveaways today. So to win, you're going to have to participate if you're here with me live. If you were here last week, you got a little taste of the giveaways. The way this works is I'm just going to be calling out random names during today's live stream of people that we want to give a gift card to, and I'll let you know what you're winning if I call your name out. But the only way I'm going to see your name is if you're in the comments, if you're chatting with me, if you're answering my questions, if you're sharing your takeaways, if you're letting me know if this is connecting with you. So make sure you're hanging out with me in the comments. So as I see your name popping up, you may have the chance to win. I'm going to call out names throughout the day. So here's a good chance to go ahead and try it. Let me know in the comments what you're excited to learn today, what you love about Instagram. Just say hey to me, anything like that in the comments, and you'll have the chance to win a Starbucks, a Target, or an Amazon.com gift card. And we're going to be giving those away all today. Now, here's the deal. If you win a gift card, if I call out your name and say that you won, I need you to send me a direct message right here on this Facebook page. on the Tyler J. McCall Facebook page. This is going to be the only way for you to claim your prize. So if I call your name out and say, hey, you want a gift card, send me a DM right here on this Tyler J. McCall Facebook page. You're probably going to get a little autoresponder saying we're not here right now, but don't worry, a member of our team will quickly reply. We'll get your email address and we will send your gift card your way. So, for example, let's get started. And the first gift card of the day is going to go to Dottie. Hello, Dottie, a return viewer. I know I've seen your name here before, Dottie. Welcome back to this week's live stream. Dottie, you've won a $5 Target gift card. So go ahead and send me a direct message right here on this Tyler J. McCall Facebook page. And Dottie, we will get your email address and we will send over your $5 gift card. How easy is that, y'all? Okay, so just hang out with me in the comments. You have the chance to win. So today, as we're talking about how to make how to make your first or next sale on Instagram, I want to walk you through a few key things that we're going to talk about. But I want to do a quick little kind of plug for something that's going to be really helpful for you as we have this conversation. I have a podcast. I release an episode every single week. It's called The Online Business Show. And we just released an episode yesterday. You can check it out at onlinebusinessshow.co, onlinebusinessshow.co. And this is part of a really fun 6-part series that I'm doing on the podcast called the Marketing Success Series, where every single week for 6 weeks, it started last week and continues for the next few weeks, every single week I'm talking about a specific marketing strategy or topic that's relevant for online business owners. In this week's episode, let me know in the comments if you have heard this week's episode. This week's episode, we talk about one offer and one audience. I kind of answer the age-old question about niching down in your business, and we talk about the difference between an audience niche and an offer niche. It's a really, really important conversation. So I want to invite you to listen to this week's episode. It's episode 47. You can go to onlinebusinessshow.co to check it out, or just search for The Online Business Show wherever you listen to podcasts, and you'll be able to check out this week's episode. It's really going to be a great kind of primer for today's conversation, or a great way to kind of continue with today's conversation about selling on Instagram. So today we're talking about how to make your first or next sale with the followers you already have. And what's key here is that you get really clear on your sales process. We talked about this earlier in our in this video series. Back on March 2nd, you can scroll back on the page and you can see I talked about kind of my crash course in online marketing. And we talked about the 3 important components of online marketing. Let me know in the comments if you remember those. If you were here with me on March 2nd for our very first live stream training, we talked about the 3 important parts of your online marketing strategy. All right. And just a quick question here, or answer for D. You're not going to be out of the loop today if you haven't heard the most recent podcast. So don't worry, you're going to be fine. Just the most recent podcast is a great little accompaniment to today's conversation. So on that first training series back on March 2nd, we talked about these 3 parts of a successful marketing strategy. And they are your audience, your offer, and your sales process. And in that training, we talked a lot about audience and offer. Your audience is who you're serving in your business. Your offer is how you serve them. It's the thing that you sell. But the thing that I kept hearing from so many of you is, I need help with my sales process. I need support with my sales process. I don't have a clearly defined sales process, which is great news for me because I wanted to teach you about that today anyway. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to make your first or next sale by having a clearly defined sales process. Now, this is really important because you need a sales process. Oh, I love to see it. Latoya got it right. Latoya's been taking her notes and paying attention. Congrats. Let's send Latoya a gift card. Let's send Latoya a $5 Starbucks gift card. Latoya, if you'll send us a direct message here on this page at Tyler J. McCall, we'll send you over a $5 Starbucks gift card so you can go get a treat maybe this afternoon or this week. Yes, audience, offer, and sales process. So you need a sales process for your online business. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm coaching clients, when I'm having conversations with people inside the Follower to Fan Society, when I'm on a coaching call with our students in that community, and people are saying, I'm not getting the sales that I want, I'm not getting the sales that I need in my business, I always say to them, okay, when was the last time you asked your followers to buy? I actually want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, when was the last time that you asked your followers, your community, your email subscribers, whoever it may be, when was the last time you asked them to buy from you? When was the last time you invited them to make a purchase? When was the last time you had a promo, you had an offer, you had a launch, you had a special collection available? When was the last time you did that? Because so many times when I'm hearing from folks, well, I'm not getting sales, I'm not making sales online, then the next question should be, well, when was the last time you asked? And what's really important here is for people to buy your stuff, you got to ask them to buy your stuff. You have to ask people to make a purchase. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Posting without a sales process, if you're a business or an entrepreneur or a brand, it's really a waste of time. So I want to encourage you today how you can sell in a really intentional, meaningful way, in a way that's serving your community, and how you can do it with the followers you already have. So I'm seeing from lots of you, I've never sold last week, never, not selling yet, about a month ago. It's been a really long time. LOL. Shout out to Maggie Rainwater Bud. Totally, I feel you there. It's been a long time. Courtney has one planned for next month. I love that, Courtney. Great job. Elena says, I never know if I should ask them to buy because it seems so salesy. I'm glad you said that. We're going to talk about that today. I'm not comfortable, too uncomfortable to outright ask, says Leslie. Okay, y'all, do not worry. You are not alone, because so many people feel that. I think in the online business world and the kind of content creation and the Instagram marketing world, we have swung so wildly. So from people saying, I don't want to be salesy, I don't want to be too promotional, I don't want to offend people by selling, we have swung so wildly in the opposite direction. Let me know if you agree with that or if that makes sense to you. Where now we don't even sell. We're so worried about not being salesy that we never even ask people to buy our stuff. We never even sell what we're trying to sell, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, I want to get really clear on what a sales process is and what it isn't. A sales process is not just a product shop that you link in your Instagram bio but never talk about. It's not just kind of random vague book a call button on your link tree that you never promote. It's not a services page that you just don't direct traffic to. A lot of people have a way for people to buy their thing. We have an online shop, we have a services page, we have the ability for people to enroll in our program, and it's just kind of out there on our website, and we never promote it, we never talk about it, and then we're not getting the sales that we want. And that's because we don't have a clear sales process. So having those things isn't a clear sales process. A sales process is the way in which you invite your followers directly to buy from you. All right? This is how you invite people to directly make a purchase. I want you to think of your sales process as a promotion. Think of it as a publicity campaign. This is your opportunity to invite people to enroll in your program, to hire you for your services, to buy your art, to buy your products, whatever it may be. And people need that invitation, because when people are thinking about what they're going to buy and spend money on, the things that we're typically focusing on are our basic needs, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We're focused on filling that bottom need: shelter, food, warmth, security, right? So outside of toilet paper and food and a roof over our head and maybe a vehicle to get us from point A to point B, we're not really necessarily always thinking about other things we want to buy, right? And if there's something that may be a little bit outside of kind of our frame of reference for what we're looking for in the world, we need someone to let us know it's there. We need someone to invite us to purchase the thing, right? Yes, LaToya, fellow human design projector here as well, so I totally get the invitation perspective. This is really key to me. There's a strategy that we teach inside of our program that I've been teaching for years that I think is a really great way to think about this. And this is the push versus pull dynamic. So if you're a student inside of Follower to Fan Society, if you've heard me teach before, you've heard this before, but it's this idea of pushing versus pulling. And I find the most successful marketing online, especially for personal brands, solopreneurs, folks like you and I, right? We're selling something online. It's typically our face, our name on the website, on the product, on the service, whatever it may be. We may have a brand name, we may have a business name, but it's me and you. We're doing it, right? The pushing and pulling, finding that balance is really key here. The push is when we are directly inviting people to buy. We're pushing our product or service out there. We're pushing the offer to our audience. We are saying, hey, here's this thing. If you want it, it may be beneficial for you. If you want to buy it, here's how you can get it. Here's what I do. Here's how I can help you, right? That's the push. The pull is doing all the work of creating content, telling stories, connecting with our community, and pulling people closer into us. This is where we're giving value. This is where we're sharing personal stories and anecdotes. This is where we're having individual conversations. This is how we're responding to comments or having direct message conversations. We're pulling people closer. And then there comes a time when we need to push. We need to push our product or service. We need to promote. We need to sell. And the reason that push and pull is so important is because you can't have one without the other. And build a profitable online business. If you're so focused on always pulling people in, giving value, telling stories, connecting with people, but never offering your product or service or program to those people, it's going to be difficult to make money, and it's going to be really difficult to actually serve people in the way that you want to serve them. You see, selling your product, program, service, it's actually a way of serving those people. You're helping solve a problem for them. And if you're never doing that push action, if you're never inviting people to buy, then you're missing out on the opportunity to serve them in a really big way. All right? So I want to talk about this sales process, and the goal here is to shift your followers' attention from consuming and engaging with your content to shift them to taking action, to taking the next step. All right? So I want to give a quick little giveaway really quickly here to Courtney Carr Anderson, who's been hanging out in the comments, engaging, blowing up like crazy. Courtney, thank you so much for engaging and sharing your takeaways and ideas during today's training. So Courtney, we'd love to send you a $5 Amazon gift card if you will just send us a direct message right here on this Tyler J. McCall page. And we'll get back with you and send over that $5 gift card. Okay, so let's talk about some examples of a sales process. Because at this point, you're probably saying, let me know if this is true for you. Drop a 1 in the comments if this is true for you. Okay, Tyler, I get it. I'm down with the sales process, but I need some concrete examples. I need you to actually tell me and show me what those are. Drop the number 1 in the comments if that's how you're feeling right now. So we're going to dive in, and I want to share with you just 4 examples of a sales process. Okay? There are more ways to sell than these 4, but these are 4 ways to kind of distill all of this down into 4 different ways. Okay? So number 1 is a time-bound sales process. That is when you have an offer that you put out into the world, you share on Instagram, you send out to your email list, you go live and talk about it, and it is available until a certain time. What's important here is that you are true to the bounding of the time, and that you say, okay, you can purchase this thing until X time. And that you really do stop selling it at that X time. One of the worst things you can do is kind of lose that integrity with your community by saying, you can buy until Friday, and then you're still selling it on Saturday and Sunday, right? So time-bound is the first type of sales process. So posting on Instagram and saying, I'm opening the doors to my program until Friday, or I'm selling this new thing I just designed until Monday, or you can book me for this service for the next 48 hours only. A great example of this is Follower to Fan Society, right? The doors to the Follower to Fan Society are open right now, but they're closing next Wednesday, March 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. You can go to followertofans.com/last chance to learn more and enroll, right? That is a time-bound sales process. You have a deadline. You have to take action by a certain time. The next thing is a capacity-bound sales process. So this is where you're saying, I have this product or service, whatever it may be, available to X amount of people, or until I reach a certain number of sales. This is really great if you are a service provider or if you're a coach or a consultant. You can say that I have 2 spots open this month for my services, or I have 5 slots available this weekend for a photo shoot, or I'm currently booking 2 more clients for the next 2 months, right? Send me a direct message to learn more. Send me a DM to book a discovery call, right? So it's a capacity-bound sales process. Let me know if this is making sense to you in the comments so far. The goal here, and these are just the first two of 4 examples. The goal here is to create some kind of urgency or demand for your thing, and for you to do the work of showing up and saying, hey, here's this thing. If you want to buy it, here are the terms. Here's the way that you get it. The reason that I'm talking about it and teaching it this way is because so many times, let me know if this is true for you in the comments, we have the thing that we're selling, and this is what I see happen all the time. And I'm not being judgy because I've done this before, right? So we have something that we're selling, and we show up on Instagram and we say, hey y'all, hey guys, so I have art that I make. If you want to buy it, you can go to my website. Thanks. And then we just kind of sit back and we're like, all right, bring on the Stripe notifications. I'm ready. Show me the money. But guess what? When you just say, hey guys, this is like a deep cut. If anyone gets this, I'm going to send you some love and a gift card. Hey guys, it's me, McCall. Anyone know what that is referenced to? Let me know in the comments if you do. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have this thing. If you want to buy it, here's how you get it. See ya. Look, I'm not being judgy because I've done that before too. And I see that all the time online. And when we do that, we're expecting people to buy our stuff, but there's no invitation. There's no sales process. There's no urgency. There's no demand. There's no timeline. It's just open-ended, right? And this really goes into this latest episode of the Online Business Show that I talked about earlier, onlinebusinessshow.co. You can check it out. When we talk about this one offer, one audience concept, and the idea that a lot of us are showing up in our businesses pretending like we're Target or Amazon or Walmart, and the people are just going to buy our stuff because they want our stuff without ever thinking that we actually need to sell our things. And we also confuse our marketing with sales, right? We think, oh, well, I'm creating content. I'm posting online. I'm showing up on live video. I'm putting content out there. People are going to buy. But if you're just creating content for the sake of creating content without a goal of actually moving all of those content consumers to action to buy your stuff, then I got some really harsh, bad news for you. Your time would be much better spent doing something else. And the reason I say that is because I don't want you wasting your time just creating content for the sake of creating content to be productive, right? Just checking post on Instagram off my to-do list so I can be productive today if it's not leading to profitability in your business. This is where we can really get to the point where we can just kind of strip away all the bullshit and stop doing all the posting and this, and I'm doing this and repurposing and showing up here and content if it's not leading to sales. Look, I have friends that are leading multiple 7-figure businesses, impacting thousands of lives, and they're not doing any of the stuff. They're not posting any of the content that everyone tells you need to post. They're not worried about YouTube and Facebook and a podcast and Instagram Live and this and that. They're picking the things that work best for them. And we do the same thing in our business. We double down on Instagram. I do Facebook Lives when it makes sense. We do email marketing. We have a podcast. Like, that's kind of it. It also took like 5 years to get here of having all of these things, right? So the goal here, so I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting on my soapbox. But the goal here is to streamline, to focus, to tear it all down, and just do the stuff you need to do. And I truly believe for most entrepreneurs, like 9 out of 10 online business owners, Instagram is the one-stop, all-in-one platform for you because it lets you build a community. You can have direct conversation with your people through direct messages. You can create static content through your Instagram feed, so photos and graphics. You can do video content through Reels and Stories and Live and IGTV. You can do live video on Instagram. You can do all your sales directly via Instagram direct message. If you're a product-based business, a physical product-based business, like a maker, an artist, a creative, something like that, you can sell your product directly on Instagram with integrated shopping in your website. You can do it all on Instagram. If you're not a physical product-based business, you can generate leads on Instagram through direct messages. You can book out your programs or your services through direct messages. You can get people to your webinar through direct messages. You can answer questions about your product, program, or service through direct messages. And when I was first starting my business, this is how I did it. I had a landing page where people could have click a contact me button, and I had my Instagram account. And I said, this is what I do. Hey, I have an availability. If you want me to manage your Instagram account, if you want me to coach you, send me a direct message. Are you interested? Okay, great. Here's a contract via hello sign. Here's an invoice via PayPal. Let's go. Let's do it. Right? We can make this so simple. Okay, so back to the sales process. Lord, see, y'all got me on my soapbox. I got sidetracked. Let me get back. I got notes. Okay, let me get back to my notes. So back to the sales process. We talked about time bound, so that is, it's available for a limited amount of time. Capacity bound, it's available for a limited number of people. We can also do price bound. So we can say, I have this product, this program, this service. It's available for X amount until X date, and then the price increases. So for example, I'm offering, this is not an example for me, but you could say, I'm offering one-on-one coaching and one-on-one coaching sessions, and they're $500 if you book by Friday. Next week, the price goes up to $1,000. So if you book with me by Friday, it's $500, but after Friday, the price is $1,000. You can also start to kind of mix in capacity bound and time bound with your price bound. So you can say, I have coaching sessions available. I have 10 coaching sessions available at $500 each until Friday. And after Friday, either Friday gets here or I sell those 10 and then the price increases to $1,000. Is this making sense to you? Let me know in the comments if you're getting it. And then the last example, like I said, there's way more types of sales process, but the last example is availability bound. So I'm hearing some folks in the comments, you're an artist. Let me know, drop a number 3. Drop a number 3 in the comments if you're an artist, if you're a maker, if you're selling a physical product, right? Drop a number 3. This is really good for you, which is availability bound, which is a limited run or collection or one-of-a-kind item. So this is really good for those artist makers if you're selling a physical thing, like something that you ship to someone and they hold it in their hands. Availability bound, limited run or collection or one of a kind. An example I share a lot is for artists we've had in our community that see lots of artists and makers. So thank you all for being here. This is so exciting. I'm so glad that you're here. We've had lots of artists in our community that have had success with this strategy of creating and selling their work in a collection format. So putting together a collection of paintings, putting together a collection of woven pieces, putting together a collection of whatever it may be, right? And what's really important for that, if you're going to do an availability bound type of sales process, is that you fully document the full creation of the collection. This is the biggest mistake that people are making, is they're creating in secret. They're like behind the scenes, like a mad scientist in their lab, pouring all the little potions together, creating everything in secret. Let me know if you've done this before, because I know I have. Creating all of this stuff in secret, and then, y'all, this is gonna change your life. And I don't say that to be cocky. I think this is where people are making a huge mistake. Creating in secret, and then rolling up on Instagram, posting that you have this new thing that you just made, asking people to buy it, and then it's crickets. Let me know if that's true for you, if you've had that experience before. I know I've had that experience before. Creating in secret, and then starting to try and sell it, and no one wants it. And there's really 2 things that we can do to fix that. The first thing we can do is we can sell the thing before we've made it. Ooh! Now, this is something that a lot of people are scared to do, but I tell you right now, this is a game changer. This is especially good if you are like a coach, a consultant, if you want to create a course, if you want to create a paid workshop, sell the thing before you spend the time making it. Get people to raise their hand, say yes, give you their money, and then create it. Because what happens is when we create the thing and so many times what we do is we'll ask people, we'll crowdsource and say, is this a good idea? Should I do this? What do you think? And everyone says, of course, everyone's typically going to say yes. Oh yeah, it's a great idea. You should do it. Totally make it, create it. People will love it. I would love it. I would totally buy that. You spend all the time making the thing and then you offer it and no one buys it. Whereas if you say, hey, I'm going to offer this workshop. Hey, I'm going to offer this new course. Hey, I have a new program. If you want to enroll, click here. If you want to join, send me a direct message. If you're interested, here's the information to sign up, right? Sell the thing and then deliver the thing. Kickstarter does this all the time, right? Literally, like, our lives for the past year have been, I don't know if your life has been like this, but my life has been like this. My life has been filled with paying for something before I receive it because I'm a loyal food delivery user. Right? So I'm on the DoorDash and the Uber Eats and our local company here in Asheville, Takeout Central or Kickback AVL. I'm on here paying money for food that I have not put in my mouth yet. I'm paying a delivery fee for something that has not been delivered to me yet. I am leaving a tip for service I have not received yet. And you've probably done the same thing. Drop a number 1 in the comments if you have been a ravenous food delivery orderer over the past 12 months, because I know we have in this house. As for me and my house, DoorDash is providing dinner, right? So you've done this all the time. You're used to it. It's not a big deal. It's not scary. The other thing you can do, if you don't want to sell it before you make it, the other thing you can do is you can fully document the creation process. Bring your people in. Don't do it in secret. Let them see behind the scenes. Let them see how it's made. You know why? Because the thing you're selling is going to be so much more valuable and meaningful to them if they saw how it was made. If they see your thought and your intention that goes into it, the purpose that goes into creating it. Why do you think we love following artists on Instagram? Why do you think we love seeing time lapses? Why do you think we love having when an artist or a maker or a creative person is on Instagram doing live and we can watch them paint, watch them weave, watch them draw, whatever it may be? We love to see it, right? People are so nosy. That's why literally I spend at least a dozen hours a week watching reality television programming because I'm nosy, right? And you probably are too. So show the process. Okay, I got all off track. Let me get back to my notes here. But the comments today are good. Thank you all for sticking with me. It seems like this is really... Let me know in the comments. Actually, I'm going to take a little moment. What has stuck out with you so far? Let me know what has stuck out with you so far. And this will be a good chance for me to kind of take a breath, get some water, and also give away some more things. We still have left. We're going to talk about some examples of sales processes, and then I'm going to walk you through this simple 2-part system for making more sales. This is going to be really good for you. This simple 2-part system you can start using as soon as like this week to make more sales on Instagram. So I love it. So Nicole Jeanette said documenting the process. That's so good. Yeah, your followers are going to love it. Jamira says, I just took a picture on the video I'm editing for Instagram stories. I love that. Yes. Show people how you do the thing you do. Leslie says, asking for the sale. Dottie says, time-bound sales has been helpful. I love it. Onisha says, the 4 sales options. Gabrielle says, being open to showing my process even when it feels wrong or bad. Gabrielle, that's good. That's like breakthrough territory there. So yes, that's so good. Elena says, I need to stop hiding and involve my audience in the process. So good. Jay says, sell before you make. Yeah, such a good takeaway. Okay, I love it. This is so good. Alexandra says, pre-sale. I have a marketplace and one of my vendors did this. He made more sales through the marketplace than any other of my vendors. Yeah, that's so cool, Alexandra. This is great. Okay, so fun. I wanted to give another gift card away just for someone that's really been engaging and hanging out with us. That's going to be Leslie Ann Ellison. Leslie, we'd love to send you a $5 Target gift card. Also, if I'm offering you a Target gift card and you're Canadian or somewhere else in the world and you don't have Target, first of all, my heart goes out to you and I'm very sorry. We'll send you something else. But Leslie, we'd love to send over a $5 Target gift card your way. So just send us a direct message here on this page, Tyler J. McCall, here on Facebook, and we'll get your email address and send that gift card your way. All right? Okay, so now you have these 4 types of kind of bounded ways to create a sales process. So let me give you some examples, because I think this will help kind of concretize it all for us. One example of a sales process is a free webinar or free training. So this works really well for courses, for membership sites, for coaches, for consulting, people that are trying to sell kind of the same product or program or service to a large group of people. And the way that you would run a free webinar or training is you would offer something that people have to opt in for. They have to sign up. They have to give you their email address. It's probably going to happen at a certain time. They have to give you their email address to attend this event. And during this event, you are going to offer your product, program, or service and give them a deadline to purchase. So this is how we sell typically the Follower to Fan Society, our Instagram training program. We have a free webinar. People can sign up for it. Ours is available on demand evergreen, so people can pick a time, they can watch it, and then it opens the doors for them to enroll for a certain period of time. So this is a really great way to sell educational programs like courses, memberships, coaching, those types of things. The next would be a limited run of products. So this is a great thing for artists, for makers, for creatives. Let's say that you are a candle maker or a soap maker. You could offer a limited run of your product and offer it at a premium price point. A great example of this is I have a guy that I connected with on Instagram who sells wood laser cut tweets. So he finds a tweet or something from Twitter, and he will laser cut it on a piece of wood. It's called laser tweets, I think. And then you can buy his work. Now, whenever he who must not be named, you know who, the past president, whenever he was kicked off of Twitter, he made a little laser tweet of the notice saying this account has been disabled due to violation of Twitter rules. And he sold those, and he only sold a limited number. It was like a limited run product. And the price, his normal price is $40. Those were $60. Y'all know I bought one. So that's a great example of that. Or if you have something that you make by hand, you only sell so many. You could do a small group program with limited seats. This is a great way if you're a coach or you want to create a coaching program, or if you are creating a new course or a new offer and you want to have a small group test it out. You would say, hey, I'm offering this thing, but I only have 10 seats available. I only have 20 seats available, and you can sign up. You could also have a new offer with preferred pricing. This is a great way to sell something before you make it by running a beta round of your program. So if you have a new program or a new offer you're going to put out into the world, you can say, hey, I have this new thing I'm creating. Here's your chance to get it at a discounted price, at a preferred price from everyone else. You're going to try it out with me. So there may be a few little kinks here and there. We're going to have to figure it out as we go along. But this is a great way to try it out. So I have a new course I'm launching, or I have a new thing I have available. I have a new workshop I'm creating, and I want to charge $500 for it, but you can sign up for it right now and it's $100. So that's the way to do it. Or you could do a collection-based promotion, which we already talked about. So having a collection that you sell, creating your artwork in a collection, putting your music together in a collection, right? And documenting the process of the creation of that collection. So let's dive into this simple 2-part system for making more sales, because I think this is going to bring it all together, right? So we understand now that we need a sales process, which simply means we need to invite people to buy. And then when we're making that invitation, right, we need to put together some kind of process that people can go through to purchase that thing, right? If this is making sense to you, go ahead and hit that like button on the video so I know that you're getting this, you're picking up what I've put down so far today. So we understand we need a sales process because without it, people aren't going to buy. And then we need that process. We need to somehow invite people to get into the mindset of purchasing. right? That's kind of the next step. So then the two-part system you can start using to make more sales this week is a simple way of categorizing the content you're creating and sharing online. Super easy. We need to categorize our content into either positioning content or promoting content. Like if we were to strip it all away on Instagram, this is all it is. It's position or promote. Repeat after me in the comments. Position or promote. Position or promote. Positioning content is what you are probably doing 90% of the time these days. Most creators on Instagram are focused solely on positioning content. The reason they're not making sales is because they don't have the promoting content to go with it. Positioning content is the storytelling, it's the how-to, the tips and tricks and hacks that you're sharing on Instagram. It is the personal anecdotes. It's the personal story that you put out there. It's the valuable content, right? A lot of times we think, I need to create valuable content. It's the valuable content. It's 90% of what people are doing. Positioning content is important because it is what establishes your authority by you showcasing your expertise. It highlights that expertise and lets people know you know what you're doing because you have the reputation to back it. You have the know-how for what you do. So this is when you're teaching things in your stories, or you're posting in your feed and sharing like a carousel post where you're teaching a new idea. This is establishing your authority. It creates connection through shared experiences. So and we've talked about this earlier on these videos, and we talk about this in depth inside the Follower to Fan Society, how to leverage shared experiences to deepen relationships with your followers. It creates connection by letting people kind of see themselves in you and in your experiences and helps build those connections. It showcases your unique process or point of view, this behind the scenes type of content that we've talked about today. And then it also starts and nurtures conversations. So positioning content is what gets people to reply to your post. It's what gets people to send you a direct message. So let me know in the comments if you get positioning content. And this is probably 90% of the time what you're doing right now. For some of you, it may be like 100% of the time of what you're doing right now. Now, promoting is different. Promoting is the sales process. And promoting is really important because promoting is content that demonstrates the need for your program, product, or service. Promoting content is content that it connects with your followers around their desires and their goals. It's letting them know that you understand they have a desire or they have a goal. They have something they want to achieve. And you, through your program, product, or service, can help them achieve that. So your community wants to learn how to better manage their time because they're feeling spread too thin between work and family and home and their personal health journey, right? They feel spread very thin. We can all identify with that, right? So by promoting your product or service, talking about how you help people, talking about the specific process that you take your clients through as their coach or inside of a course, whatever it may be, and talking about how you understand their goal is to get their time back. Their goal is to feel more balanced. Their goal is to feel more integrated in their life. And you understand that. And you've been there before. You totally get it. And you can connect around that desire or that goal. Or maybe their goal is to be more relaxed and to connect with their creativity more. And your artwork or your music can help them do that, right? So promoting connects around that. Promoting showcases the benefits of the thing that you sell. It showcases the outcome, the result, the benefits of what someone's going to get when they buy your thing. It answers questions about fit. It really helps people understand whether or not your program, product, or service is the right thing for them. You can do this on a sales page or in some kind of content where you say, this is for you if, this is not for you if. You can be really direct like that. You can say who this is and who this isn't for. Or you can answer other questions that people may have about fitting in with your program, your product, or service. It addresses objections. Because when people are buying our thing, enrolling in our program, whatever it may be, they have a lot of objections that come up. They have a lot of, well, I can learn it this way, or I don't see the reason to invest in that, or I don't really understand the value in what I'm doing. And promotional content addresses all of those objections. It helps eliminate those objections. Let me give you an example of this, a real life example from today's live stream. As an Instagram marketer, an Instagram educator, something I hear a lot from people is, well, I don't know if Instagram's going to work for me. You let me know in the comments if you thought that before or if you said that. And earlier in the live stream, I said something to address that objection. I said, for most of you here, I truly believe Instagram is going to be the best platform for you because it offers a simple all-in-one solution for you to market your business, build a community online, and to sell your product or program or service. And then I gave you a ton of examples. How Instagram has photo and video and live video and pre-recorded video, and it has a feed, how it has direct messages, how you can sell your thing on Instagram, how you can sell it in the DMs, how you can integrate with shopping on Instagram if you have a physical product, right? This is a real life example of me addressing a very common objection that I hear. So people who say, I don't know if Instagram is going to work for me, well, one thing I can do to address that objection is I can tell you story after story of someone inside of our community, the Follower to Fan Society, that has used Instagram to grow their business, to grow their art business, to grow their coaching business, to grow their service business, to grow their course business, to grow their consulting business, to grow their real estate business, whatever, example after example after example, right, of someone that can do it. Or I can also talk about how Instagram is this all-in-one platform. You don't have to use all the features, and actually we recommend that most people don't use all the features, but it's one of the simplest places to get started in creating and sharing content, right? And for most of you, if you're a creative person, if you're an artist, if you're trying to build a community online, Instagram is going to be the best place to do it out of every other platform. So that's a real example of addressing an objection. Promoting content also invites people to purchase. It says, hey, so now that you know that this is what you want to accomplish, that I can help you get there, I can help you feel that way, I can help you learn this thing through my program, through my product, through my service, I want to invite you to buy. I want to invite you to join us. I want to invite you to enroll. I want to invite you to a sales call. I want to invite you to a discovery call. I want to invite you to my online shop, whatever it may be, so that you can purchase. So all of our content on Instagram really falls into one of those two buckets. It's either positioning your brand or promoting your program, product, or service. Now, this is where the 90-10 rule comes into play. Have you heard of this before? Let me know in the comments. The 90-10 rule is this idea that 10% of your actions create 90% of your results. And it's true on Instagram as well. 10% of your content creates 90% of your revenue. So that 10% of your content, 10% of the time you spend promoting your product, program, or service is all you need to do. 10%. It's not like you have to totally overwhelm and replace and become salesy all the time, because then no one's going to want to follow you. Why would you follow an account that all they're ever trying to do is sell you stuff? That's not fun. You still want to laugh. You want to be educated. You want to be inspired. You want to be motivated by someone. That's why we follow people online, to engage with their content. Even brands that you love and know, that you buy from, that you follow online, you probably follow them because you love the story behind the brand, the quality of the product, how it's made, how it's created, and you want to see behind the scenes. And if they're doing a good job on Instagram, they're showing that, right? So 90% of what you're doing on Instagram is the storytelling. It's the connection. It's the value. It's the teaching. But 10% of the time, you gotta sell. Say, oh my God, see, the country popped out. This is what happens when you grow up in the South. 10% of the time, you gotta sell. No, 10% of the time, you have to sell. But that's all. That's all I'm gonna ask you to do. 10% of the time, I'm gonna ask you to sell. And that 10% of your effort to promote your product, your program, or your service creates 90% of those results for you. But if you're not doing that right now, then you're missing out on the sales in your business. So that's what we talked about today. That's the invitation for you, is to define your sales process, to get really clear on what it is. Are you going to do time-bound, availability-bound, capacity-bound, or price-bound? And then to get clear on the schedule and the cadence for yourself in which you're going to sell. For some people, it's one time a week. They have a directly promotional, salesy type of content. That's it. That's fine. For some people, it's once a month. For some people, it's quarterly. For some people, it's a couple times a year. I'll give you an example in my own business. In May, we're launching a new course called the Follower to Fan Academy. That's part of the reason we're closing the doors to the Follower to Fan Society. If you go to followertofansociety.com/last chance, there's a video on that page. If you just scroll down a little bit, there's going to be a video from me. It's about 10 minutes long. I tell you everything. All the reasons we're doing all the things. So we're launching a new course in May called the Follower to Fan Academy. And for us to launch this new course, we need to close the society doors forever. So we're doing this last chance promotion for the Follower to Fan Society, inviting people to join us. If you want to join and learn our Instagram marketing strategy in a community, if you want access to coaches, 2 calls per month, Instagram audits from our experts. If you want to be in a Facebook group where you can ask questions and get support, you want to join us in the society, right? Because that's where you're going to receive all that. And the doors are open till March 31st. But then this May, we're launching a new course called the Follower to Fan Academy. We're taking the best parts of the society. We're adding in a couple more mini courses and resources for the academy. We're taking away the community component. So the academy is going to be a totally standalone DIY course. And we're going to have that available in May. Now, that's going to be one of my only big promotions this year for the Follower to Fan Academy. I started doing Facebook Lives at the beginning of March, leading up to that promotion. We have a specific series on our podcast talking about marketing leading up to that promotion. We're going to be doing giveaways and all kinds of fun things over the next probably 6 to 8 weeks or so, getting ready for that promotion, for the launching and opening the doors to the academy. And this is my 10%. This is my big 10% of, in just a few weeks when we open the doors to the academy, I'm going to ask people to buy. And then, guess what? I'm going to not ask people to buy anything for a while. I'm just going to hang out and create valuable content and teach and share my life and share stories and laugh and hang out with everyone on Instagram. But I got to sell. There comes a point where I need to directly say, hey, if you want to learn how to market your business online, join me in this program. Join me in this course. Join me in this community. I'd love to support you. And here's how you can buy it. These free videos, the free trainings, the free resources are great, and they're going to get you far, but they're only going to get you so far. The next step, when you really want to learn the application, when you really want to be in a place where you can get access to the full picture, where you can accelerate and streamline your success and your results, is going to happen by joining a program, by buying the course, by being a part of a community, whatever it may be. The society is where we're going to give you support in a community format with coaching, with access to a coaching team, with access to me twice per month through coaching calls, through Instagram audits where you'll get an expert's eye on your account, inside of a Facebook group where you can ask questions and get support from your fellow members and from our coaches, or inside of the academy, which is launching in May, where you get access to the training and resources and you can go at your own pace. You can do it yourself. Right? You can learn at the pace that works best for you. The society is a 1-year commitment. We're committed to you for a full year of coaching and community. We ask that you be committed to us and to your Instagram account for a full year. The academy, there's no commitment. You get access to it forever. You can buy the course. You can implement it in a week, or you can take a year to do it. But you can get the course and you can have access to that when the course launches in May. So I'm going to ask you to buy something. I got a business to run. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. I got employees. I got to pay their light bill too, okay? Not just my own. So every now and then we got to sell something. And I hope that by me talking about it and talking about selling and showing you what it looks like to sell, it takes away some of the scary part for you. It makes it normal. It makes it more easy for you to do. Okay, y'all, we went through a lot today. This was fun. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Blow up with some likes and hearts right now in this video to let me know that you got something out of today's video, that this video was valuable for you. I hope it was. This was fun for me. I'm grateful for each and every one of you that were here with me live. If you're watching the replay and hung out until this point, you're the real MVP. I'm grateful for you hanging out with me today. This has been so much fun. If you want to join us in the society, follow to fansociety.com/last chance. You have until next Wednesday to to do it. But I want to offer you a freebie for being here with me. It is my Instagram roadmap. You can go to tylerjmccall.com/roadmap to get your copy. This is going to walk you through my complete Instagram philosophy. It's also going to share with you this really cool 6-part grid that we put together that breaks down every feature and function of Instagram, how to use it, why you should use it, pros and cons of each. I get questions day in and day out about how can I use Reels? Should I be using live video? The roadmap answers this for you. It also shares our full Instagram philosophy and framework that we teach our students. It talks about some of the trends on Instagram for this year, some of the mistakes that you may be making. You can get your free copy at tylerjmccall.com/roadmap, and I hope you grab your copy and check it out. I'm going to be back here next week on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Y'all, I'm live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Let me know if this was your first time tuning in. I hope you'll come back next week. I hope you'll come back and hang out with me. I saw some repeat faces this week. I know Dottie was here. She had been here before. I think some other folks had come back from some of our other videos. Every Tuesday, 2 p.m., right here on Facebook, I am live with you, teaching you marketing strategies for your online business. Next week, we'll be talking about why you need to stop chasing after more followers on Instagram and what to do instead. I'm going to be sharing kind of the counterintuitive way to approach your Instagram account that will actually grow your following without you obsessing over growing your following. I know it's kind of a little bit of a like make sure it's mind death moment here, but that's what we're going to be talking about next week. Okay, so thank you all for being here. Elizabeth said, haven't missed a Tuesday. I love it. Jen, first time. Jennifer's a repeat. This is so good. Erica, first time. Welcome, Erica. I hope you'll come back. Kate, hope you'll come back next time. So thank you all so much for being with me this week. I'll see you next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, let's connect on Instagram at Tyler J. McCall. I hope to see you over there. Okay, y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.